It's your boy, VEE Ben Israel, the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you ninjas. Shout out to my trolls. Hope everybody is doing well. We're going to tune into this Friday Night Raw session going into Saturday morning. It's 12:31. September 21, 2024, Eastern Standard Time here in the QC Metro. I hope everybody's doing well, man. It's your favorite content creator's favorite content creator. It's the Heisenberg of this ish. It's the Daywalker, the Dark Knight, Pumpkin Escobar, the Shogun of Charlotte. The ladies call me the Cookie Monster. It's your main man, VEE Ben Israel. The artist formerly known as Van Johnson. Y'all know that guy. Y'all know who it is. Back at you. No topic. We just jumping in here for a little riff-off session. Little Insomniac Theater. Y'all know how we do over here on the People's Podcast. On your way in the door, please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and smash that bell. Make sure you share these socials. Share the Facebook. Share the niggagram. Share the BlickTok. And all the rest of them. Black Chat and all. Y'all know what to do. Let them know the champ sent you. My mods on the way in the door. Make sure y'all check in with the chat and let us know what your profession is. Salute. Right? All you content creators, when y'all come through, y'all check in. Make sure you drop your links. Acknowledge us so we can acknowledge you and send traffic your way, as I always have done for over a decade now. Spreading the love. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. I've been a little lazy this week. Hadn't really been broadcasting. Just kind of been absorbing what's going on. You know, we're in the political climate. We're in a presidential race. Got a lot of things going on. And I think what's more important than political ideology, and I always say this to people, participation in the system is what's important. You know, I run into people all the time who have, oh, wait a minute, before I get started. You don't want to be here? Don't be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here in these YouTube streets. Find something more to your sensibilities, to your liking. If you are here, we appreciate you staying. Because we're going to push the envelope here. You are going to be triggered here. That is the purpose. I want to force learning on people. So it's not going to be no nice over here. We're going to talk that real ish over here. And I'm going to trigger you on purpose. I'm going to say stuff to get a reaction out of you. All right? I want to see if you're in this for the long haul, grasshopper. Right? Remember the blind man? The blind master was triggering Cain from the very beginning, and Cain had to endure to prove he was worthier than the other boys. And Cain did that. That's when he became the best. Right? So that's what I'm going to do. Nobody's checking in yet, but we're going to start out slow. We're going to get revved up. Friday night, y'all ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. But I'll update y'all on what I've been doing the last couple of days. I will, I like to tell y'all my business. I try to be transparent in that way, A lot of y'all, especially my trolls, what is VEE Ben Israel doing? I need to know what he's doing. I'm going to tell you, just cool your horses, man. I need to know. Yeah, I know. Let's cool out. I hear you. And it's funny. A lot of my trolls have my phone number. That is funny to me. I need a haircut, y'all. I got a young lady gave me a barbershop I got to check out today, so I'm gonna follow her example. She said, "Hey, go here." All right, I'm gonna check them out. All right, I never heard of them. I'm gonna check them out. Gonna see what they about. What's up? We're gonna see what they talking about. Shout out to Smoking Talk. We're gonna see what we talking about. We'll see what we talking about. Yeah, I know I've been going to No Grease Uptown, the Knights of the Razor. Shout out to the Knights of the Razor in Uptown. I've been going there about 15 years, man. Those my peoples up in there. Shout out to JD. Shout out to Cayenne. And the rest of the fellas up there in Uptown. Shout out. I know a lot of times they play my podcast, when it's safe to speak. But, so yeah, man, we get caught up in political ideology, and then those same people that are so politically charged don't participate in the system. Yeah, I'm talking to you ninjas. See, the ladies participate, and that's why the system works for them that y'all complain about. Well, you ain't participating in the system. So how is it supposed to work for you? How can your interests be represented if you don't never express your interests, ninja? It don't make sense. And but y'all want to get in arguments with them and tell them what you think. They don't give a shit what you think. Sometimes we focus too much on personality and not enough on behavior. What's more important to you? How a person behaves or what they say? What did they do versus what did they say? Interesting, right? And I'm not saying both aren't relevant. Not saying that. Not that conversation. I'm saying people pick and choose one versus the other. So if you're gonna do that, which one of those is the most important? What they saying, their personality, how you like them, or what they actually behaving like, what they actually are doing and accomplishing. About 2 years ago, I had a conversation with a lady on here. We talked about her baby daddy. I don't know if y'all remember. I'm not going to say her name, but she was having some disagreements with baby daddy because some of the things he said. And what I said to her is, well, I find this strange because the times you've spoken to me about your baby daddy, what you said is he does what he said he was going to do. He makes sure he pays you that money on time, monthly, without question. And he does what he's supposed to do for his child. Who gives a shit what he got to say? Long as he's doing what he's supposed to be doing for his child. Is that not what's more important? And she thought about it. Right here live on the People's Podcast. And she said, you know what, V, you're right. You know what? You are right. So I want some of y'all to think about that. Politically, you care what the person says, the rhetoric, or what their policies are, what they're actually putting in place that really affects your life. Right? I go down to the courthouse or city hall or whatever and got to do business or whatever, and I don't care what those individuals think personally. I don't care what their personal thoughts are. I care that they're providing the services that I need them to provide. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. That's what's important. I think we focus on wrong things too often. Black men. And we didn't get to the work. Shout out to the Godfather style. Didn't you try to teach y'all that? I was telling somebody about Kevin earlier. Wasn't that one of Kevin's principles that he taught y'all young men? Focus on the work. Do the work. You need to be working. Put in work if you want women to respect you. Kevin said. Rest in peace to the Godfather of style. That's what he said. And y'all know, for one, I didn't agree with everything Kevin said. I had strict disagreements with him directly, and many others. But he was correct in that aspect. You got to put in the work. But we stopped doing that somewhere along the line, where we don't put in work no more. And we just want to show up, and we want to get the same level of accomplishment or acknowledgement that somebody who did put in there, who've been putting in the work. I don't understand that. How could somebody just showed up in the NBA expect to get treated like Steph Curry, to get the same respect as Kevin Durant gets, the same level of honors that LeBron James gets? How? You haven't put in no work yet, rookie. We understand it, I think, in that sense, but we don't understand it in real life. In real life, it's the same way. Right? Hey, y'all, I'm out of Pure Leaf. Y'all know we got a problem, right? I'm out of Pure Leaf, man. I'm drinking lemonade. Y'all need to hit the Cash App. Send me $5 on the Pure Leaf Tea Fund. Y'all slacking, man. Y'all ain't got me hydrated. I got to drink lemonade right now. Lemonade is banging, too. I miss my Pure Leaf. I think I'm going to make some home brew. See, I ain't done that in a long time. Make that home brew. No, V, that don't be no tea. That's moonshine. Well, shut up. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. But we can have differences of opinion, differences of personality, and still progress and move forward. That's humanity. That's the nature of humanity. But somewhere in recent times, we allow, or we get offended and triggered when people have a different opinion than you. Where they do that at? Ain't that the American way? Are we all supposed to be different? That rugged individualism, right? Isn't that what makes America great? Or unique? Special, if you will? There's more than one way to skin a cat. As my grandfather used to say, the late, great Thomas Jefferson Bowen would say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. I don't know all of these ways to skin a cat now. He ain't never showed that part of it to me. I'm just telling you what he's saying now. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't even know why you need more than one way to skin a cat. Why? I mean, but anyway, y'all get the point. Shout out to my grandfather, the Big T, Thomas Jefferson Bowen Sr. Bowen, Bowen. And if you have that last name, we are related. Everybody I've ever met with that last name in this country is connected to me some kind of way. York, South Carolina. Shout out to York, South Carolina. McConnell's, Mount Zion Baptist Church in McConnell's, South Carolina is the home church. If you're trying to find your people, go on Ancestry.com and take that DNA test, see if it don't link us up. A lot of y'all have over the years, and we have talked, and I point y'all in that direction. You gotta know who your people are. Particularly on your father's side, you should know who your people are. Right? And there's a lot of Bowen. And sometimes there's an S on the end. I'm not going to get into that lengthy conversation on why that is. The ones with the Bowens are connected to us too. And that goes back to the census and during that time when reading or writing wasn't standard place. Let's say the people who were taking down the census weren't the most illiterate or the most literate people ever. You know, they were just regular people that existed during that time. And if you've ever studied any census reports, you know what I'm talking about. You see some of them old census reports, like, what the hell were they spelling? Like, what? Not just people names, but like daughter. Daughter would be spelled jacked up. You're like, what the hell? And they let these people work for the government? And yes, they did. Yes, they did. Most definitely. Most definitely. Another topic, another day. I think I've talked about it previously when I talked, maybe not here, but I know I've talked about it on other podcasts when we got into ancestry documents and lineage. And I pulled up live. I gave the host of the show access to my ancestry account so they could actually show the people what I was describing in my story. And a lot of people were fascinated. They had never seen those documents before. And Ancestry.com is definitely, if you're interested in that, I always encourage people to explore that. It's worth the money, 24 bucks a month or whatever the hell it is. I used to have a code. I'm pretty sure it's 24 now. Take the DNA test, pay a little monthly fee, learn about your folks. Because a lot of stories get told in families that ain't true. Everybody got the Indian princess in their family, and we ain't got no Indian blood connected to us at all. None. None whatsoever. So, you know. Man, I hope everybody is well, man. Y'all ain't piling in. Y'all poking in and out. You ain't hitting the like button. I'm gonna need y'all to hit the like button. Let's get this chat going. It's amazing. Sometimes we can play some BS. Y'all will be all in the chat. We had, 22,000 people during one of the rallies. I can't remember whose it was. It was either Trump's or Kamala's. I don't remember whose rally we were streaming, but we had 22,000 people in this chat. It was crazy. It was lit. But we should have that kind of participation on other topics as well. And we should be able to engage in discussion without communication just completely breaking down. I don't understand why that happens. You can say, and when people say, "Oh, this person is a dictator," or "This person is a Marxist," and we throw these names around into different candidates, and and you're exhibiting those very behaviors yourself. Dictators try to control what people can say and not say. Marxists try to force people to all believe the same thought process. So we say these things as insults to people, and then we're displaying those very characteristics that we supposedly hate or dislike. That's funny. It's funny to me. I think you should be able to stand on your business. Now, if you have strong belief, okay, why do you think that? Let me hear. I want to understand you. Why is it? And then when you ask that question, people, oh, you must think that. No, I'm asking you what you think. Don't make assumptions about what you think I think. I'm engaging you on your thought process. But oftentimes we try to act like we have telepathy or extrasensory perception and we can mind read. And, oh, I know why you're saying, no, you don't know shit. We think we're smarter than what we are. Or we think we're always smarter than the other person. And you're not even considering that the person is playing chess while you're playing checkers. They're 5 moves ahead of you. They're saying what they said to trigger you into saying what you just said. Especially if you're like me and you've been in these conversations thousands of times. And they just changed names. I mean, I was telling the story earlier. You know, we got into this. Well, lately it's always been well, if you don't like this person, you must be for Trump kind of thing. And I'm like, I had this conversation with my stepfather too. There are other people running for president other than Trump and Kamala. Right? Oh, well, we know what he said was, oh, well, we know it's only the Republicans and Democrats that really have a chance. That's because you ninjas never want to hear any other opinion. You never want to hear nothing else. So you're unaware of the black man who's running for president right now. I'm not even going to say the name. I'll let somebody say it in the chat. A lot of people don't know there is a black man running for president right now. There is another woman running for president right now, too. A lot of y'all don't know that. Because we get so caught up in the propaganda and the advertisements of it all. And we don't even question why it is that I believe what I believe. I remember I did this a couple of years ago with the laundry detergent, right? Most black people, this is a black channel, most black people use one of 2 detergents primarily. 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, you're going to ask somebody what detergent they use. They're going to say what? Tide or Gain. 90% of the time. That's going to be true. Why is that? There are other detergents that are just as good, if not better, in certain situations. Like, I think if you're washing jeans, Cheer is the best for jeans, Purell is very good. You also have that black company out of Atlanta, True Detergent. A lot of people know. I've been advertising them for years. Many of y'all have never heard of them. And they're sold in certain stores. They're sold in some Walmarts. True Detergent. But you can go right on Amazon and get it. You can go on the internet and get it. True Detergent. Black company out of Atlanta. Hmm? How do you know all of this stuff, V? I've been dealing with it for a long time. I've been operating on a high level for a long time, so I absorb a lot of information. Now, I don't talk about topics I don't know about, but I know a lot about a little bit. I know a little bit about a lot of topics, and I try to point y'all in the direction, or I'll give y'all citations, and for you to further your research. And I mean, my book club that I was doing on Instagram, I could see when y'all buy those books. Very few of y'all were actually buying those books. But then night after night, you had questions that were answered by these books. I took the time, I put the work in to get the information. And then y'all come, oh, you think you know everything? No, I think I read the book. I think I studied that topic. That's why you don't have the information. But don't fault me for having it. Shout out to my trolls. Hit the like button now. That's all I ask of y'all. I don't ask for much. Be right back. Gotta grab some lemonade. But I get tired of trying to, I mean, a lot of times y'all speak on things you just don't know, and it's annoying. And then my grandmother always said that everybody's an expert until the real expert shows up. And I mean, that proves itself time and time again. Um, Remember the young lady with the Femi from the chat with the Kevin Samuels shit? She was blaming Kevin Samuels for this particular thing. Oh, it's Kevin Samuels' fault these men are doing this thing. I said Kevin Samuels was against that thing. He spoke against that thing for years. And there are clips and clips and clips and video and video and video of footage on his channel and all over the internet of him disagreeing with men who thought a particular way. Now, I ain't never seen it before because you don't know Kevin Samuels and you don't know what the freak your French toast talking about. So I showed her the video. She finally came on my channel. I made a clip of the video, a couple of them. This thing that you say Kevin did, that, and I'm telling you Kevin was against it, here's the proof. Here he is in his own words, live on that particular night, going off on this guy about this thing. And I played the clip. I thought you told me it didn't happen. Oh, that just must be one. Then I played another clip. I played like 2 or 3 of them. Sweetie, there are hundreds of these clips. He did this for 3 years. Maybe you're blaming him for something that he shouldn't be blamed for. That problem existed before friggin' Kevin Samuels. He wasn't an OG. He was new in the space. He learned a lot of this shit from us OGs. So how can you fault him for something we were already discussing? I don't get that. What is this, Back to the Future? This is the butterfly effect? I mean, what are we talking about? Go back and watch Patrice O'Neal. 20 years ago, Patrice O'Neal was talking about many of these very topics that we talk about here in the manosphere today, in the Black manosphere. So I guess Kevin Samuels went back in time and influenced Patrice O'Neal. I mean, y'all sound crazy. But it's because you don't know what you're talking about. And then if somebody shows you, okay, you didn't have that information. I give you that. Now I'm presenting the information to you. You have it now. What is your excuse? She go right back on her channel and immediately start talking the same bullshit that was wrong, that had been proven wrong the night before. Inexplicably proven wrong. We have a problem with accepting new information until we just want to prove our thought. Whatever we think right now, I want to just cherry pick information to prove my thought is right. And you never allow room that maybe I was wrong. Maybe I got this thing wrong, and reevaluate, or as the Bible says, examine yourself. Right? We fail to do that. Remember, you point the finger, you got 3 pointing back at you. We forget that so much. That's why I can have political conversations on different ideologies that I don't necessarily agree with. I mean, we can have the conversation, and maybe there's something I don't know. Maybe I missed something. You know, I look at it like that, you know. How did I know this was going to happen? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a true pioneer in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I had my sounds and shit. I got to get my StreamYard right. Ladies and gentlemen, Through the Fire Podcast is in the motherfucking house. You say you up late. I'm always up late, man. I'm the freaking day walker, bruh. I'm the Dark Knight of this ish. I'm always up late. Ain't nobody up with me, LeBron, and Batman, bruh. And you. It's only us 4 ninjas up right now in the whole world. Me, you, LeBron, and Batman. We the only ones that's up. Maybe Angry Man. He might be up. Shout out to CJ from Through the Fire Podcast. Make sure, I need to have a conversation with you offline too, man. I need to get at you maybe next week or something. I'm meaning to call you. But yeah, man, make sure y'all go over to Through the Fire Podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Leave a comment in his on one of his videos and let him know the champ sent you. He'll be greatly appreciative of that, and you'll get some good content out of it. Through the Fire Podcast, people. Yeah, bro. Sometimes I be on my insomniac shit, and I just feel like riffing off, and that's what I'm doing right now. No topic, just riffing on different things, and it's, I'm glad TJ's here. He's a perfect example. Me and TJ don't agree on 100% of nothing. Okay, I would say for the most part we're probably about 80%. I agree with 8 out of 10 things he says. But we focus so much on the 20% of things we disagree on. And instead of that, let's focus on the 80% of shit we do agree on. And we would be better off. In our relationships, in our interpersonal relationships, in our personal relationships, our business relationships. We focus too much on the unnecessary and not the crux, not the meat of it, you know, and we miss out. I think. Yeah, I had to make sure he had a wrench. He got a wrench. But yeah, that's what I think. And we let those things become distractions. Those 1 or 2 things, most people agree on 70% of the things across the board. You can put out 10 topics, 70% of the people will agree, most of the people will agree 70% of the topic. What are those topics? Is what I'm trying to say. I hope I said that right. And the data shows this. The polls show this. You see polls, no matter what the ideology is, the political affiliation, where the geographic region, the demographics, 70% of the people, 68% of the people agree on this particular topic. Like, so why can't our elected officials get there? Because they got their own agenda. They're not the people's champ. They not for the people. They for their own selves. That's why I think in government there needs to be metrics, just like at a job where you got to maintain a certain quality score, a metric score to maintain your job. And that score, that metric will be voted on or by the people. You got to have a certain percentage. You got to have a certain schedule adherence. Needs to be one of them. These people don't even be at friggin' work. Now, most jobs I've worked in, I worked in corporate America, so you always had schedule adherence. You had to typically be at like a 90% schedule adherence. You had to follow your schedule 90% of the time, correct, as it was laid out. These people come and go as they will. I think that needs to be corrected. We need to put term limits. You got too many old ass fogies. I don't think people should be getting jobs for the first time when they get about to retire. We don't do that anywhere else but government. Why is that? Man, I thought we stopped that shit with Barack Obama. Barack Obama broke that chain, didn't he? He was in his 40s, wasn't he? Like, and then we go back to old white guys after that. Like, didn't we work that out of our system with Barack? That's why I'm kind of happy to see JD Vance. I'm not particularly a fan of all his politics. I don't know him that well. I like the way he speaks, and I like that he's young. I do like that. You need some young meat up in there. You got some old fogies be falling asleep in the Senate meetings. They be in there knocked out. We paying them $100,000 to sleep all day. Hell, look at Joe Biden. He is weekend at Bernie's and shit right now. Who is running this country? Kamala, I mean, come on now. No, yeah, I mean, we always getting on the girl. She can't answer questions. Hell, to get the girl running the country too. I mean, what more do you want from this woman? I mean, somebody got to be running the country. We know it ain't Pelosi with her drunk ass, so somebody doing it. So who doing it? We know it ain't Biden, so give us some credit. I mean, come on now. She might be a little worn the fuck out. That woman hair gonna be gray as shit by the time if she get elected. 8 years of that, her hair gonna be silver as shit. Watch. Shit. But I think there needs to be some systematic corrections that we need to modernize government in general. I mean, all facets of government. Government is horrible. When you dealing with them, they're on their own schedule. I mean, I was talking to some lady today in government with my insurance, and I'm like, can y'all not just send a regular email? Do you always got to send this secured email where I got to click on this link, click on that, log into this? Can you not just fucking send an email? All I needed was her email address, and like the secured email would not let me respond, like reply, so I could just send it directly to her when she needed. Like, y'all make this shit so complicated. I understand why we run out of money. You're wasting time. Like, it took me like 15 minutes to do what she wanted. It should have took me like 2. If she would have had a regular friggin' email address. I'm like, Jesus. And all governments are like that. State, local, federal, they all run inefficiently. We need some of, and because most of them have never had a real job nowhere. They've always kind of worked in government some kind of way. So they don't know how regular people work. And you can't be 2 minutes late to work and all of that shit. We regular people are under that. Why aren't our politicians under that shit? Y'all need to be here at 9 o'clock. Y'all need to bring your own fucking lunch. Why we pay you $400,000 a year, whatever we paying you. Why we got to also provide y'all lunch? Bring your own lunch. like real American. I'll be making them. I better not ever become president. I'll be making the motherfuckers carry lunch boxes. They'll be having a bunch of Spider-Man lunch boxes and shit. Here go your lunch. We ain't spending no millions of dollars feeding everybody no more. We're gonna feed some of these other people out in the city who need homeless people and veterans and shit. People who need the food. Y'all motherfuckers is getting paid hundreds and $1,000s a year to do nothing. And then we gotta pay for y'all to go home. My constituents. No, that might have worked 50 years ago. But in today's world, we got Zoom, okay? You ain't got to fly home to talk to nobody. Let them get on the fucking Zoom call and talk to you like everybody else. You wanted a job in D.C., here you're in D.C. That's the job. The job is here. So you had to relocate like everybody else do. You don't get to relocate, but the job flies you back home for the holidays. What the fuck? They get all kind of benefit, crazy ass benefits, man. But we got single women out here, and we want to give them a tax cut. That don't even make no sense. You got to earn the money before you can get a cut on it. I mean, why not give them a grant? Why not give them a stimulus? If your goal is to actually help women, single women, which I'm all for. I'm not against that. But what you're doing ain't really helping them. It's just talk. You're going to help a small percentage of them, but very few are going to qualify for that shit. You can't put your kids in daycare because you know you got a tax credit coming the following year. A lot of people talk shit about George Bush, the second one. He was the first one that said that was stupid and started cutting checks. He said, I remember in the early 2000s, he said it like, this don't make no sense. We're making people wait a year to get this money. Let's give them the money early. It was like $400 per child back then. He was the first one that did it and did that child tax credit thing. That was George Bush who did that. Bush was also the ones that came out with we call them Obama phones. Those was Bush phones. Bush came out with them phones first. Who you like can't be 100% right all the time. The other people got to do some right too at some point. And there's nothing wrong with acknowledging that, hey, I'm a Democrat. I've been a lifelong registered Democrat, right? But I could look and say, hey, this policy did do me some good. We missed out on that one. What we call Obamacare was really Romney care, right? Like, we only like it because Obama put his name on it. It's the same plan. It was Romney's plan. Now, I thought Romney was crazy as cat shit with him and his wife lying about eating spam in the one-bedroom apartment. Nigga, your family been millionaires for generations since the Mexican-American War. Y'all been wealthy. Stop the lying. You wasn't eating no damn spam. Stop that. White people always go too far. You know, they always got that black story. They want to prove how black they are and how down they are. And they all got a black friend and they all got a black relative and, you know, or Native American. They always got that story. Like, stop with that shit. Okay, just be white. There's nothing wrong with it. We're comfortable with that. Just be white. You could be white. It's okay. It's 2024. You can be white. White is cool. We like Eminem. You know, what the fuck? We like Justin Timberlake sometimes, but I think when he messed around with P. Diddy at one point, no Diddy. When did Diddy get hold of him when he was young and screwed him up? P. Diddy been a menace for a long time, y'all. We've been letting that shit ride a long time. Y'all talk shit about R. Kelly. R. Kelly was dealing with grown-ass women. I'm sorry. And they was voluntarily coming to that man and staying with that man. R. Kelly didn't have no security at his house, locking people in. They was locking themselves up. They could have walked out the door. One of them did on the documentary. She said, I just had enough one day and I left. She said, ain't nobody stopped me. There wasn't nobody to stop her. R. Kelly couldn't read. He wasn't smart. It's easy to trick him. You could Mr. T his ass and he don't know what the hell. He get confused. Get that nigga some milk and put him on a plane or whatever. You know how they used to do Mr. T back in the day? I pity the fool. No, you don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Well, who did that joke? Eddie Murphy did the joke about Mr. T. You can Jedi mind trick Mr. T. That's how R. Kelly was. Little ting ting. Y'all act like he was fucking Dr. Evil or somebody, the mastermind now. Now you see who really was Dr. Evil, fucking P. Diddy, Puff. I didn't even know why he got that name. I always thought it was connected to weed, but recently it came out because he used to get mad and Puff. So what? But I guess money, money do things, man. Make people behave a certain kind of way. That shit was funny, man. That shit was funny. He going down, though, man. He gonna Nino Brown the shit. Watch. That's my prediction. He gonna Nino Brown the shit out of it. If I'm going down, everybody go down. I wasn't even the doggone ringleader. It was that brother over there. That good hair brother. He was the ringleader. I was just a puppet. Puffy gonna Nino Brown that shit. It was Kareem Akbar. He gonna bring that shit right on Kareem Akbar. Shout out to Chocolate Boy Wonder himself, Wesley Snipes. Shout out to Wesley Snipes, Chocolate Boy Wonder. It's Kareem Akbar. What my man Run Dog say? Yo, how the fuck you get released that quick? You a snitch. You a snitch. How the fuck you get released that quick? I saw on the Friday. Yo, Brunt. What up, bro? We just had a Friday the 13th, yo. Real talk. I need a mixtape from you, man. Like, you slacking, man. I know you married and shit now, and you go out there to the mailbox in your house coat, get the paper and your coffee like fucking Mr. Smith and shit. I know who you really are, man. I need a mixtape, dog. Somebody tell Run Dog I need a mixtape from him. Friday the 13th. I'll be waiting for him, man. It's my dog, man. Shout out to Run Dog. Giller House. Shout out to Giller House. Still owe me a t-shirt too, man. And don't make me talk shit about your paces. I be trying to be respectful and not talk shit about your paces, and I know them your boys. I'm gonna talk shit this year. Wait till the season start. I'm gonna purposely tag you in them posts. I'm gonna talk shit on their paces. Shout out to Run Dog. Unsigned Hype. Who in here with me late at night, man? Talk to me. Talk to the champ. Let's get your questions, man. Who got questions? Let's do this the old school way. Y'all remember these old school videos? Remind me of Facebook, man. When I was doing them Facebook videos, and I would do these questions, the Hey V's live. Remember I would do them? Remember the Hey V's, y'all? So I met a young lady recently. So y'all was gonna be doing all day. Just having conversations with her. Y'all know I do not like talking to people for free. And but I enjoy the conversations with her. Been good conversations. I like intelligent women. Very intelligent woman. I like that. Um, ain't nothing ever gonna be perfect. It'd be some little glitches in the matrix or whatever. But we still talking. It's good. It's all good. In some kind of way, she found my podcast. I'm like, oh boy, I didn't know if you was ready for that. I don't introduce my podcast to people right away. Like you got to get to know me before you jump into this and try to get to know me through this. This is not. It's close to who I am. But remember, I'm still in character. I'm still in character. For YouTube purposes, I'm in character. But for those of you just joining us, I am VEE Ben Israel, the people's champ. They call me the champ because I say the things you can't say. You will get attacked for it. So I take the smoke for you. I say the things you're thinking and you want to say. I say, you like, damn, that nigga said it. He said the quiet part out loud. Yes, I did. Because I want to force the conversation. Sometimes I know. I know the reaction I'm going to get, and I do it to get that reaction. I'm very cognitive of what I say and why I'm saying it and when I'm saying it. There are very few accidents. I'm playing chess. I'm 5 moves ahead. I'm forcing the conversation. I'm trying to move us closer to the solution. We get stuck in those loops and circular arguments. I want to try to skip forward on some of that shit, And sometimes you could key in on a conversation where I'm being hard on the ladies and you take my whole content out of character and you miss the 10 videos before that while I was hard on the fellas. I'm like, how did you miss that? How did you? I'm very hard on the fellas. I'm worse than Kevin Samuels. I told y'all the night he died, y'all fucked up now. You fucked up. He was nice. Now you got me. Now you got me. You couldn't live with your own failures. Where has that brought you? Back to V. Grandmother said, be careful what you wish for, you might get it. They wish death on that man. They're going to dance on my grave, or they're going to throw a Mardi Gras on my grave. I already know that. They waiting for me. They are waiting for me. But I say too much real shit, so even if you don't like me, eventually I'm going to say some real shit. You're like, damn, I got to agree with this nigga now. Like, he said some real shit I agree with. What we talking about? Smoking talk. What we talking about? They shouted him out the other day. I popped in their chat and saluted. I told them what my profession was. Spartans. I don't know where my Spartans at. Where E and J at? Where is Eric Jordan at? Where is he at? He like, where's Wally? We like, where is he at? He's a truck driver that follows me, one of my mods. It's about the time of night he's usually on too, because he drives late and supports your truck drivers, people. They are definitely essential workers. Shout out to my cousin Big Mac McKay. Keith McKay. Shout out to my cousin Big Milk Jadon up there in Cleveland driving trucks. Shout out to Garrett Blackwell down in Pageland. Garrett Blackwell Trucking. A lot of cousins who drive trucks, man. A lot of cousins who drive trucks. Oh, man, baby. But yeah, we didn't have a topic tonight. We're just doing a little riff off, seeing if we can get some content and some participation going. TJ dropped in, or hopefully some more people to drop in. What I'm doing is not easy. A lot of people can't just turn on the camera and just start speaking and it be good content or cohesive content. It's just with no help, just solo. This ain't easy. So when you see people doing this, at least give them a like, drop some acknowledgement. It's not an easy thing to do. Shout out to AV for the seventh power. Well, her little cute self. She been holding it down. I mean, by herself. I don't know what's going on with the lead. I don't know what's going on with the lead attorney. Shout out to the lead. But she been holding it down with the YSL trial, man. Shout out to Kat, not Williams. She's been there too. And a few others. Holding that down, keeping up separate bread. I don't know what's going to happen when this Puffy trial starts. I mean, y'all going to lose your minds. That's going to be a full-time job covering that damn trial. That's going to be amazing. He does not come out of this the same, okay? When the feds come for you like they're coming for him, if he manages to get off, which is like a 2% chance, he going to be dead broke. He going to be background dancing on YouTube videos for people and shit at that point, trying to make some money. He going to be take that again, That has a new meaning now, doesn't it? Take that. When you go back and listen to that old bad boy, come out and play. Remember that shit? When Mary J. Blige came out and Craig Mack came out, and we heard Puffy saying that, we just thought it was something cool. We didn't know that was a hidden meaning behind that. That motherfucker really meant that shit. The diddler. The diddler. Baby. Money, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Right? And he's an example of that. That fucking crazy ass shit he was doing was fascinating. It was just pure fascination. Pure fascination. Pure fascination. Yes, I was telling you. Yeah, I've been in conversations with a young woman, a pretty young woman. See what happens. I'll keep y'all up to date. So far, so good. I love her bluntness, and she surprised me with it. I was like, whoa, where'd that come from? Well, that's what I like. Hey, you done fucked up now. Hey, I like that shit. Like, I like the fact that what did I say? I like the fact that she was comfortable enough to share a point of view with me. And I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that. Like, what are we doing? We in our 40s. Like, we ain't got time to be beating around the bush playing fucking games. Tell me what the shit is up front. And you never know. Hey, and you found dude who, I like that shit. I like it. I like the fact that you told me that shit. Like, that's good. Oh, shit, I need some water now. So that's why I drink tea. It's like lemonade makes me want water. There's some good water too. I'm not sponsored by them. It's called Life Water. And I only typically find it in QTs, Quick Trips. I think the company is a North Carolina company. I'm not sure, but the water's always been pretty good to me. Always pretty good. Yeah. Baby, baby. What we talking about? What we talking about? Yeah, man, I want some participation, man. I believe talking is how you have to communicate as a people, and I think we talk at each other and not to each other. If that makes sense. And I think we need to talk to each other more. Disagree or don't disagree. It's like at least you can understand where a person is, and you can try to find some common ground. You're not supposed to agree with anybody 100%. Nobody does. So if you try to base a relationship on, oh, this person said this one thing I don't like, or they did these one or two things I don't like, but what about the 8 things they did that was great? You're gonna ignore the 8 things because of 2 things? We gotta stop that kind of thinking, man. Gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. But I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got. We'll go ahead and close this session out of Insomniac Theater, After Dark with V, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna shut it down. Y'all enjoy your Sabbath day tomorrow. Get some rest. Finish up what you gotta finish up. Congregate with some like-minded people. Stay out in the stores. Don't be cooking nothing till sundown. I'm gonna make a tuna salad is what I'm having tomorrow. That's gonna be my Sabbath snack. Either I might even do some tuna crackers. I think I got some crackers. Oh no, I gotta check. Hadn't had tuna and crackers in a while. But I damn sure ain't had a tuna pasta in a while. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Well, it's your boy, VEE Ben Israel, the People's Champ, the Heisenberg of this ish, the photographer formerly known as Van Johnson, the Cookie Monster, Pumpkin Escobar, the Shogun of Charlotte, the Daywalker, the Dark Knight of this ish. I'm signing off, y'all. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Peace. Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. There you go. Nah, I did it.